Good evening, friends. Welcome to day 52 of A Poem a Day for 2026. It is the 21st of February and it's Saturday evening. We have just 7 days left of February. Kind of mind blowing that we're this far through the month. But obviously, this is the shortest month of the year, so everything else is going to take just a little bit longer. So, yeah. I hope that you've all had a good day. Mine has been. I think I've managed to strike the balance between relaxed and productive. Yeah. I've got some stuff done. Managed the lie-in. It's all been pretty good. But obviously we're not here to listen to my tales of chores. We're here for poetry. I've been looking forward to this today, so I know that I do tend to, that does seem to have been a bit of a jinx recently when I say I've been looking forward to this, and then it comes out and it's something a bit challenging. But hopefully today won't see us too far wrong. So, day 21, or February 21st. Okay. The title of today's piece is I Saw a Peacock with a Fiery Tail, and that's by an anonymous author. And our blurb reads as follows. This classic poem seems at first to be composed of nonsensical things. Seas brimming with ale and houses as big as the moon. But if you read the first half of each line along with the second half of the line above, the poem shifts into sense. The sun as big as the moon and higher, a sturdy oak with ivy circled around, in parentheses, a pismire, incidentally, is an old word for an ant. Okay. Maybe we'll run through and read it as it's written and then attempt the other way. We'll see. So this is I Saw a Peacock with a Fiery Tail by an anonymous author. I saw a peacock with a fiery tail. I saw a blazing comet drop down hail. I saw a cloud with ivy circled round. I saw a sturdy oak creep on the ground. I saw a pismire swallow up a whale. I saw a raging sea brim full of ale. I saw a Venice glass 16 foot deep. I saw a well full of men's tears that weep. I saw their eyes all in a flame of fire. I saw a house as big as the moon and higher. I saw the sun even in the midst of night. I saw the man that saw this wondrous sight. Okay. So if you read the first half of each line along with the second half of the line above, no, I might have to come back to this. Apparently my brain has been in a relaxed mode, as I say, for most of the day, even though the chores I've done, I've very much been on kind of autopilot. And I think it's probably going to take a bit more cognitive function than I have at the moment. I don't want to mess it up for you all. Maybe I'll tag that onto the end of this month's bonus video, which I will record on the 28th. I hope you enjoyed that. Even as it is, I I'm a big fan of nonsense poems, and nonsense literature in general. One of my all-time favourite poems is Jabberwocky by Lewis Carroll. I hadn't planned on doing a share this evening, but here we are. I studied performing arts A level, and I have a vivid memory of our fantastic teacher, who wanted us to kind of get to grips with interpreting text, and kind of putting our own spin on things. So I think she paired us up, and she said to us, she was like, gave us all copies of Jabberwocky and asked us to do a small performance of the poem. And within like the first 5 minutes of everybody going through it, people were like, "Miss, what does this all mean?" And she was like, "It's nonsense." We were like, "What?" She was like, "It's a nonsense poem. There is no such thing as a Jabberwocky. I don't know what whiffling means. There are no told you woods. You tell me what burbling is, and such." And she said, "I want you to figure out what it means to you, and I want you to put it into action." And what was great was that not just did we all have different takes on what the language meant, but we all performed it in slightly different ways. I remember the person that I was working with, we kind of took it as I was the storyteller and they were enacting what I was telling. So they ended up taking the parts of both the kind of I guess the knight, or the person who was fighting the Jabberwocky, and the Jabberwocky who was whiffling through the Told You Woods and burbling as it came. And the only point we switched was, or the only point it shifted, was when they went back with the head, and their father found them, or they went to show their father, and I became the father, and was celebrating. "Oh, frabjous day, Callooh Callay," he chortled in his joy. So proud of my son for having killed this wondrous beast. But yeah, no. The lyrics of the Jabberwocky, I think, are etched on my brain. Yeah, absolutely love it. Just a brilliant piece of poetry. If you've never read it, I believe it's from Alice Through the Looking Glass, if I'm not mistaken. I've actually got a book of poetry on the side of my sofa, and it's in that. It's not just a book of poetry. It's Lewis Carroll's collected works. Yeah, I'm just that kind of person. I've got literature strewn around the house because I love words, but I'm also a very disorganised person. But yeah, if you've not read it, you can Google it. You'll find the full poem. Would strongly recommend giving it a read. If it doesn't come up here, I will absolutely read it. Yeah, I've read it online before. Back when I used to do live videos on social media. I probably, with a bit of practice, I could probably do a recitation without needing the print in front of me. It's kind of that ingrained. Yeah, it's definitely up there. I think that and Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven are probably up there in my favourites in terms of poetry. They shift depending on mood. But yes, just a little bit more about my tastes. The weird and the weird and the fantastical, I think, is probably a good description. Friends, thank you as always for being here and indulging me while I prattle on about ridiculous things. I hope that Saturday has been good to you, and I hope whatever you have planned for this evening is equally good, if not better. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for our next day and our next piece of poetry. And when the time comes, I hope you sleep well.